In the morning when I rise, give me Jesus.
Good morning. Today we're in Deuteronomy chapter 16 through 21. And in chapter 16, God through Moses is just reiterating what I talked about yesterday. I want you to celebrate my goodness. I love you, and I want that to be joy for you. In chapter 16, he talks about a celebration of Passover. I want you to remember, you were in slavery. You were in bondage. Well, so were we, in bondage to our enemy, to Satan and his demons. And God rescued us, and he wants us to remember. And how does he want us to remember? By celebrating. And look at this, there's a celebration of weeks, there's a celebration of booths. Listen to this. 7 days you shall celebrate a feast to the Lord your God in the place which the Lord chooses, because the Lord your God will bless you in all your produce and in all the work of your hands, so that you will be altogether joyful. See, that's the heart of God towards you. And I wasn't saying don't give. I was saying don't let the tithe be something that Satan turns into an obligation that can bring guilt. If you feel guilt because of tithing, that's something from the devil. No, the Lord loves a cheerful giver. Look at this, it's in verse 17. Every man shall give as he is able, according to the blessing of the Lord your God, which he has given you. See, God wants to bless you so that you will be a blessing. Well, what I want to talk about today is in chapters 18 and 19. Look at this. There shall not be found among you anyone who makes his son or his daughter pass through the fire, or who uses divination, one who practices witchcraft, or one who interprets omens, or a sorcerer, or one who casts a spell, or a medium, or a spiritualist. No, these are detestable things to God. And so he said, when you go into the land and they're doing these things, I want you to wipe them out, because I can't have any of that among our people. Well, here's how he says it in verse 21. Thus you shall not show pity, life for a life, an eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth, and a hand for a hand, and a foot for a foot. I want you to see the Old Testament was an outside thing. See, it's behavior related. If somebody relates to you in a bad behavior, you can retaliate in the same behavior. But that's not the new covenant. Oh, keep your finger there. I'm coming back to Deuteronomy 20. But in Matthew chapter 5, starting in verse 38, Jesus is saying this. You have heard that it was said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. See, there it is out of the Old Testament. But I say to you, do not resist an evil person. Whoever slaps you on your right cheek, turn the other one to him also. If someone wants to sue you and take your shirt, let him have your coat also. Whoever forces you to go 1 mile, go with him 2. Give to him who asks of you, and do not turn away from him who wants to borrow from you. You have heard that it was said, you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy. Are you listening? But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. Can you see? Now it's an inside thing. Oh, love your enemies. I'm reminded of what Abraham Lincoln said after the Civil War. There was discussion about what we should do about the North and the South coming together. And I think it was Thaddeus Stevens said, Mr. Lincoln, I think an enemy should be destroyed. And Lincoln's response was, don't I destroy my enemy when I make him my friend? See, that's what Jesus was saying. Love your enemies, that they might become a brother in the Lord. Well, the last thing I want to talk about is in chapter 20, and this is really big. It's verse 3. He shall say to them, Hear, O Israel, you are approaching the battle against your enemies today. Do not be faint-hearted, and do not be afraid or panic, or tremble before them. Are you listening? This is what the priest is to say to the people when they go into battle. The Lord your God is one who goes with you to fight for you against your enemies to save you. Oh, he loves you and he wants to save you. And he's the one that will fight your battle if you'll just let him do it. Behold, a loving God who's for you, who's willing to fight for you, who wants you walking in victory and in joy as you fellowship with him. Tomorrow, we're in chapters 22 through 26. God bless you as you enjoy God's walking with you today.
Jesus, give me Jesus. You can have all this world, but give me Jesus.